So, I'm Roger Urbanek with Roger's Outdoor Channel. Today I'd like to get you started on collecting some rocks, basically. Rocks and minerals and gemstones that are all around you in your state. And what I do, I'll just kind of show you the way that I do it and give you some of the basic information to get you started on this venture. It is a lot of fun. It gets you outdoors, and some of the stuff that you collect actually is worth some dollars. And you know, that's one of the tricks of collecting pretty rocks and gems and that sort of thing is, you know, what do you do with them? Is one of the things. If you really get into it and get buckets full, as I do, you kind of have to have a game plan of, okay, well, you know, here's a pretty rock. Now, you know, what next? And so the what next for me is I have rock polishers. I can cut my stones a little bit and have it look a certain way and get it to a fine, you know, to look good, and show it off to friends. Put it out in the yard. I kind of line some of my flower beds with some of the rock collections that I have. I like to go out and collect everything from petrified wood to jasper and opal, you know, just all kinds of things. And to get me started, one of the things I did was I just picked up a little book, Gemstones, and it will kind of identify a number of different rocks that are available in our state and some of the areas that you can go to collect them. And so I decided, okay, for a weekend, I'll, you know, go to this area and look around and see if I can find one of these rocks out there. And if I can't do it on my own, then I found a little. There's some clubs, some rock hounds in our area that you know, where I find people that are into the same hobby that I'm in, and so I attend some of their meetings. Some of them meet once a month, and they'll say, hey, we've got an outing that we're going over to Mattawa or someplace in eastern Washington or down by Mount St. Helens and next weekend, so everybody's going to get together and go on a few of those outings. And a lot of the guys have already located some dig spots where the minerals or rocks or gemstones that are available. They've already kind of identified the general area where there's a concentration of them, and show you how to get your own little shovel and pickaxe and have at it. The other way that you can kind of learn a little bit more about your hobby is to go to a formal rock shop in your area. I go to, you know, in order to buy my rock polishers, I go down to Kent, Washington, where Jerry's Rock and Mineral shop is, and you know, God, I mean, they've got just wonderful displays of any kind of rock or gemstone that's not only in this state but from other states. You know, everything from diamonds, things that you can make jewelry out of. You know, just it will just, you know, if you get into shiny, pretty stones. You know, start out at a rock shop, you know, before you go to a jeweler's and pay full tilt, and they'll say, hey, go out and get your own and polish them up and make them into jewelry yourself, and here's how to do it. And they've got some just show and tell type information there. So I'm going to show you a few of the things. I'm going to just take you for a little bit of a walk around my yard and kind of show you what I've done. I mean, here's just a few of my polished rocks that I have to show you the different varieties of rock that you can have. I don't know how well that shows up on the camera, but everything from quartz to jasper, some obsidian, some carnelian agate, just a number of different, you know, petrified wood. Here's a geode that you can break apart and polish up, cut it, etc. So anyway, I'll take you for a little walk around the yard, show you what I do in terms of collecting the rocks and display them around my place, just to you know, to give me incentive for getting them is bring them home and show them off to my friends. Okay, so let's take a little walk. Okay, here's an area. These are different size rock polishers that I have. These, this one is like $100. That you can put it on this wheel and it spins. And what you do at the rock shop is you buy 4 or 5 stages of polishing. You know, you start out with a real rough grit that you polish your rock down. You put it in. You put your rocks in here. Fill it up to maybe 3/4 full. Fill it up with water, and add. Go through 1 through 4 stages of polishing. So you get your stage 1. Put it in there for a week, turn it on, let it spin for a week, take it out, rinse it off, put in the stage 2 and get a little finer polish to it, and go through 4 stages, and you come out with some really pretty shiny rocks in the process. This one costs about $100, this one's about $250, and then your basic polishing material is maybe $4 a can like this. So I'll show you a few of the rocks that we've collected on our different outings. Here's some actual petrified wood that we've got in different sizes where I've run across it over in eastern Washington. To give you an idea. This type of rock here, I find it there's a mining operation over in eastern Washington where this is a byproduct. They just dig this out and throw it away because they're after kind of a talcum powder type material. So I just go over to the mine pits and say, hey, can I have this? And they just give it to me. And I like them as rock liners or garden liner or display. So, and then just here's piles of rocks that I just kind of put down as people come to the house, into the driveway. Here's some polished rock that I put out on display. I'll show you another area that when I get to my fish pond, I've got a number of, there's some jasper, petrified wood. I throw all of these different kind of rocks and gemstones out here. I'll even throw in a few Indian arrowheads, just to create interest in the backyard, for people coming over and say, oh my God, you got some really cool stuff out here. And plus, while I'm out here pulling weeds in the garden, it's kind of, you look up and you see one of these stones and, oh, I remember the day I got that, and it brings back some pleasant memories. So anyway, hopefully you can get a sense of what this collecting rocks is all about and say, I want to do that. Pick up your own book, go to Jerry's rock shop or join a little rock collecting group and get into it. It's a neat hobby. It gets you outdoors, and it's a good, fun place to be. If you happen to see me out there with a rock pick in hand, don't forget to wave.